about somebody who has a habit of, I think, ruining relationships. So we have the I'm afraid to commit card. I know it's spelled wrong. I didn't make these cards, so don't hate me, okay? But there is someone here who is afraid to commit. And they know this about themselves, okay? They know that they can be a little bit of a flirt, or they know that they self-sabotage. And this acted as an obstacle to being fully honest with you about the desires they had or the feelings they had for you. And it's left them thinking about you at night. It's left them wondering, would I be happier if I had just kind of gone for it? Would you be the type of person that would help me be capable of this commitment that I'm afraid of? They think about you all the time. I don't think you realize that this person thinks about you. So this is going to be interesting. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy 4th to those that celebrate it. And if you are interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members, as well as find a link to my Etsy shop in case you're interested in a homemade soy candle. And let's dive in, shall we? What should we start with? We're gonna go with the Black Tarot. I do feel like this person deals with perhaps a little bit of sadness or depression, or they may be feeling a bit lonely lately. And they think back on the moments they shared with you and feel like there was this chapter that could have happened if they had been more bold. Four of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Something unspoken. Yeah. You may not even realize that this person has the depth of emotion for you that they have. I do feel like this is someone you would consider to be a bit of a loner, or somebody who doesn't really seem to want something like that. Maybe it's a loner in the sense that they have a lot of friends, or they can be quite social, but they don't let anybody actually know who they truly are. With this Three of Wands, I do feel like this is someone who is well-traveled or who has lived in a lot of different places. They are the type of person that can make a lot of friends if they wanted to, but they might have gotten to the point where they're a bit more of an introvert lately. Hello, Harveen, how are you doing? What else do we have? Two of Cups, Eight of Spears or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Three of Cups. I think you would consider this person to be an acquaintance or a friend. You may have been even like coworkers, but this person developed deep feelings, a sense of admiration, or even being inspired by you, in addition to being physically attracted to you. But with the Eight of Spheres or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, I'm not even gonna like attempt to do anything to pursue something with you because I know I would mess it up. So let's just, flirt or work alongside each other or commiserate over how crazy our mutual friend is. But I feel like I have to keep these feelings to myself. Hello, Shaktiv, how are you doing? Hello, Garish, how are you doing? So we have the Empress and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. They've been sitting with these emotions and realizing that at some point they're going to have to actually take the initiative or take a chance on love. Take a chance on love. Like, it's just like, I can't keep doing this forever. They're feeling a bit lonesome, and if they were to ponder pursuing something serious with anyone, you're at the top of that list. You're the person that they would think of. Garish, if you would like me to put your question on my list, I do personal questions after the general reading with priority to those who tip or donate. So you could put your question in a super chat. Just keep in mind that we've got about another 30 minutes of the general reading first. Queen of Swords. They keep people at arm's length. I just feel like I'm bad at love, or I feel like I'm, always messing up when it comes to feelings. So I just try to keep people at a distance. But now they're thinking about maybe it's time to actually confess. Maybe I should pursue something here because I can't stop thinking about you. Hello, Real John. How are you doing? So we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's that missed opportunity. The Ace of Wands in the reverse can mean a missed opportunity. So if there's still a chance, if you're still single, if I'm still single, maybe I should just kind of stop being afraid and confess and see what happens. Take that leap of faith and pursue something. What's the worst that could happen? I end up still being lonely like I am currently? Okay. Hey, Shakti, did you just hear me explain how that works? I think you were in the room, right? If you would like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your question in a personal or in a super chat, and I will add you to the list for personal readings. And that would be in about 29 minutes, okay? Hello, Dragon Approved. How are you doing? Is it Kyron? I hope I'm not saying your name wrong, but I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the gold coin. We have the Page of Swords, Eight of Cups in the reverse, and the Sun. What's the worst that could happen? I might as well admit it. I might as well come back around and let you know that I keep thinking about you. That I can't let go of this, and I feel like it was a mistake to keep my emotions to myself. Okay, Mr. Juan. I would just argue as a rebuttal that maybe people just need to get more comfortable expressing their opinions in general. Social media has made that a little bit difficult for some. But don't let that stop you from also saying what you need, right? Or how you feel. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Let's go with the Noisy Tarot. What else? Excuse me. What else? Six of Cups, Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I think they're going to bring a gift. They realize that they have an opportunity to take a different approach. And if they don't change, then this will always be a missed opportunity to them. This will always be a situation where they wish that they had done something more. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? Are you calling me rude? That's all right. You're entitled to your opinion. But you can move along if it's not your thing. It's all right. I still hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hello. Oh, I think I have said hello. Yes. The likes and subscribes definitely appreciated. Did I say hello to Fed? What's happening? Four of Swords in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. I can't get over you. I can't stop thinking about you. So if I can't let go of the connection that I felt or the feelings that I discovered I had for you, then maybe it's just time for me to change my approach. Maybe it's time for me to call you up or ask you out or the next time I see you, just see what's going on, right? Shoot my shot. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in the reverse. And the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. What if you don't like me? What if you are already dating someone new? What if you just like don't feel the same way? Or someone makes fun of me? They're worried about how this could actually go, but I think at the end of the day, it's becoming more tiresome to be lonely and wonder what could have been. So that risk of being rejected or feeling like, you know, I failed, it's less irksome or less frustrating than the idea of just leaving it alone. Like, I should at least make an attempt, right? Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe you're actually interested. Hello, Raven. How are you doing? Oh, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Hello, HFF. How are we doing today? Hello, Pharaoh. Thank you for the husky. I appreciate it. It's so cute. What else? Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. There's a chance you don't want me, or there's a chance that I'll mess up a relationship if we get into one. But what is 100% guaranteed is that I will always look at this as a missed opportunity if I don't make some attempt to confess my feelings here. So I might as well go for it. What do I have to lose when I already feel like I lost you, right? So we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Being at a distance from you or feeling this like missed opportunity energy has made it clear to them that not doing anything is more painful than trying. So let's just go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid. I'm going to tell you that I have feelings for you, or that I want to be more than friends. World in the reverse. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I'm just going to go for it. That's what they're thinking. All right, let's go with the Spellcaster's Tarot. Hello, Magic. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Lovers. The Fool. I told you, this person's like, you might be my soulmate. So isn't it worth it for me to try? Shouldn't I take that risk? Otherwise, I'm going to think about this, you know, like on my deathbed, or I'm going to think about this in like 40 years and wonder what would have happened if I had just told you how I felt. So even though I've been a little bit shy about it or defensive maybe, even though I have just kind of kept those feelings hidden and maybe even been a little bit like obsessive about it, it's going to do better for me if I actually just confess how I feel. There is concern that there's someone else here who's interested in you. Maybe I confess my emotions for you and then you tell me that you're already dating someone. I may be upsetting the apple cart, or it may be like hitting a bee's nest or a wasp's nest. Seven of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Cups. Because no matter what, when you confess your love for someone, there's this concern, right? This risk. I'm gonna be vulnerable, and you could totally hurt my feelings. Hello, Starlight. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Magic? Hello. Hello, Dane. What's up? Hello, Sean McGum. How are we doing? Thank you, Magic. What else do we have? Hanged Man and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They're coming back. I've been undecided, or I've felt like I needed to keep my feelings to myself for too long, and it's only made me feel frustrated or like I'm delaying my own happiness or keeping a secret from myself. They don't like it. If it upsets the social community, so be it. If there are people who end up being jealous of me, that's just how it is. But I don't want to watch the person that I'm in love with walk away or even like fall in love with someone else just because I was too nervous to tell you how I felt. It happens for a reason, right, Starlight? And then the message is meant for you. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, another indication of a missed opportunity. So I can't keep this quiet any longer. I've got to say something. Otherwise, with the Four of Wands in the reverse, I'm going to feel a sense of regret for a long time. So it's time to make this decision. It's time to act on those emotions and just go ahead and confess. You either like me or you don't, but I gotta at least make a try or make an effort. All right, let's see what else we get. This is the truth is. Let's see if this person is actually capable of that commitment that they're afraid of. Hello, Arezu, how are you doing? If you put your request in a super chat, I can add you to my personal readings list. I do that after the general reading, which would be in about maybe 17 minutes or so. Otherwise, feel free to enjoy the general reading. Oh, thanks, but no. Hello, Fateh, how are you doing? Please don't call me Mom. Let's try that again. That gets under my skin. Hi, my name is Carmen. You may call me Carmen. If not, I'm going to block you, okay? What else do we have? That's what I was worried about. Okay. So this is someone who has had a history of being in situationships. Things have not turned serious. They just spend a couple of weeks or a couple of months with somebody and then they move on. But the thing is, the emotions they did not feel for others while they were in those situationships, they feel for you even though you are not hanging out like that. I don't feel like you have physical intimacy with this person. I feel like this is someone who has thought about you and wanted to be connected to you in that way, but they realize those emotions are real. It's not just physical attraction, right? The issue is they need to actually confess their emotions. We have destined. This relationship is meant to be. Because they feel for you what they never felt for the people that wanted a relationship with them. They're realizing, even though it may have been a challenge to be in a committed relationship with others from their past, that strong feeling they feel for you, it might actually be love. And they're not interested in getting to know or being with anybody else. Maybe they actually are capable of that commitment and they were just being harsh on themselves, or they hadn't met the right person yet. This is the Visconti di Modena. What else do we have, please? How's West Texas doing? That's a good approach, Starlight. I don't blame you. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. So this is indicative of progress. What are you? Hold on, I gotta check this out. So we have, I think this is the Sun. We've got someone who has a different perspective on relationships, in part because they know you. How they feel for you has changed what they want. They may have struggled with commitment in the past, but there's something that tells them that it's different with you. The Hierophant, that's the card that talks about marriage or high level of commitment. And that's the thing that they were nervous about, but it's what they think about all the time now. What would it be like if you and I lived together? What would it be like if we were married? What would it be like if we had children? They think about these things that previously they did not think about with the others, the people that they did entertain physically. So you have surprised this person. You have inspired a feeling within them they did not expect to feel. So this Knight of Cups is that romantic, like daydreamy energy. Like, I'm thinking about what it would be like to have a future with you. It's not just about, you know, enjoying a random Thursday night and having some company or feeling like you are the most attractive person in the room. It's that I genuinely care about you. I want to know you better. So we have the Empress in the reverse. They recognize that they had some shortcomings regarding those emotions and that they needed to work on that emotional maturity. Hello, Niles. Hello, Mercedes. How are you doing? We have the Emperor, the Four of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. So I know that there is a potential for me to just think about the, you know, short-term type connections or the surface level relationships. It's like, I know how to do that. I can do that. It's the long-term relationships that have scared me. And the thing is, I don't want to just get to know you for a weekend. I want something more serious than that. I want to actually, you know, understand what it's like to have like that ride or die. That, you know, Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. Hello, Sherry. Thank you for the eagle. Hello, Blotter. What's up? I'm doing well, thank you, Niles. Hello, Steve. How's your weekend going? So we have the Chariot. What once made me feel like I needed to walk away is now what calls me back and makes me pause, because I don't want to walk away. I don't want to never see you again. I don't want to, for the rest of my life, wonder what it would have been like if I had chosen to confess my feelings for you. So we have the Queen of Swords and the World in the reverse. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite cards. I just think it's so beautiful. But it's in the reverse because it's talking about unfinished business. I can't just walk away and pretend that I'm happy to go on another date where we talk about our favorite colors, because at night I think about you. I think about what it would be like to, you know, fall asleep next to you and go on vacations with you or do mundane things like grocery shop with you. They want something serious, and it's surprising them because they have not wanted that in the past. All right, this is the Fairy Wisdom Tarot or Oracle. It's going well, thank you. Hello, Niles. If you want to add your question to a super chat, I can put that on the list and do so, or pull some cards for you after the general reading. Thank you, Magic. I appreciate that. What else do we have? The Flirt. Yep, this is somebody who is seen by most people as a flirt, but they have come to realize that they would be loyal for you. They don't want others. They have enjoyed that kind of unserious dating or unintentional dating, but they don't want it anymore. They feel a lack of satisfaction from that now. They want something real. This is the Native American Tarot. What else do we have, please? Hey, Niles. Please don't be impatient. I explain to you how it works, okay? I do my general reading for the first 35 minutes, which is about another 10 minutes. And you can see Lydia just did a super chat. And then I'm going to write down her question and deal with that in 10 minutes, okay? Hello, Lydia. How are you doing? Thank you for the tip. What are Kay's feelings and thoughts about Lydia after our talk? Thank you, Lydia. I've added that for you. Oh, I like that, dragon. I agree. What else do we have? We have the 9 of Wands, which literally says polygamy on it. I do not fault anyone. If that is the way they want to express their love, that's totally fine. Not everybody is into monogamy. But this person has struggled because they want that with you after not being able to do that in the past. So it's an interesting shift for them. They're trying to make sure that they can actually navigate that before signing up for it. And we have the Ace of Blades or Ace of Swords in the reverse. Feeling like they've kept this truth to themselves, and it's getting more frustrating to do so. They want to be able to tell you how they really feel. So this 5 of Swords is coming through in the reverse. Justice is in the reverse, and so is the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. I want a relationship. I know I avoided it. I know I avoided you. I know I made it seem maybe even that I didn't like you. But the actual truth is, I like you a lot. I like you a lot. And it frightened me a little bit to think about how much I wanted a committed relationship with you after feeling like that was something I didn't really want at all. Matriarch or the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Shields or Chief of Shields, which would be the Swords. I want to be committed to you. I want to be in a relationship. So it begins with my admitting that I have feelings. It's not just a physical attraction. I want to see how we could be together, right? Well, that makes sense, Starlight. Yeah, it can be difficult. Hello, Bird. I can answer that for you. So you can do a super chat now with a question, and I do like shorter public readings for people. So you might be able to scroll, for example, and see that Lydia has done a super chat. She's on my list, and in about 8 minutes, I'm going to do those. Otherwise, if you email wickedwandstarot@gmail.com, I do longer form, ad-free, and private readings that are also videos uploaded to YouTube, but not everyone can see them. In fact, only the person with the link can find those videos. So it's just up to you in terms of the format that you prefer. And there's like a obviously immediate benefit to the super chat because I do it on the live stream that you're currently on. No problem. Otherwise, with the private readings, those are generally returned within 24 hours of receiving payment. Just kind of depends on what's going on. I'm trying to get better at taking days off. I have historically been pretty bad at that. Okay, so we have Medicine Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Wands, or the Matriarch of Pipes. I feel like there's a pipe joke that I could be making right now, but I'm gonna just keep that to myself. This person has a little bit of a reputation for being a flirt. That's why we had the flirt card come out. But what they really want is to be with you. Aw, thank you, Sandy. How we doing today? I hope you're having a good one. Anything around my energy lately that I need to know? Let me add that for you. And thank you so much for the super chat. What else do we have, please? Ooh, I love that. Isn't that a beautiful card? It says strength. This is someone who has a better understanding of themselves. This is someone who does have self-control, but maybe isn't giving themselves enough credit. Maybe they're just a little bit concerned because they really don't want to mess up an opportunity if they were to get that from you. So we have the Empress. They've done work on their emotional maturity. They're more in touch with those emotions. They've taken some time away from the dating scene. And they realize, I still have feelings for you. I can't stop thinking about you, and I'm not interested in dating these other folks, right? I'm glad to hear that, Sandy. What else? So we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, or the Warrior of Blades. This is the fastest moving energy that there could be. Almost a little bit impulsive, right? Like I'm sitting here having a conversation with a friend of mine and they talk about how great their relationship is and how happy they are. And then they look at me and they're like, isn't there anybody that you feel that way about? And this person's like, you know what? Yeah, there is. And I've just let it be this like missed opportunity for so long. But the truth is like, I could go like confess my emotions, right? Oh my gosh, you're so right. 70s pastel. I tried to get into pastels. I found them to be a bit messy. But they are beautiful. I will say that. Okay. We've got just a couple minutes left. So of the general reading, I think we're going to go with the Love Oracle. And then we'll dive into those personal questions. Thank you for the flower, Nick. I appreciate it. Oh, no worries, Magic. You gotta take care of your kids and your wife. No worries. I hope you get that confession, Starlight. What else do we have? Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. So this person who's in love, they had a role model or they had an early experience with a relationship that made them feel trapped. I feel like for the majority of you, this is more so that they saw a parent or like a sibling of theirs get into a really bad relationship. And as a result, it's made them hypersensitive to incompatibility with others. So it's almost like they kind of run away from those commitments, but it has resulted in a very negative mindset and made them pretty quick to run away, right? Thank you, Bird. Would like to know if she likes me back. I have added that for you. Thank you. It'll be just a couple minutes. And what else do we have? Elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. They've had to hide how they feel. They have not felt comfortable admitting to anybody how they feel. Hello, Suvik. How are we doing today? Thank you for the tip. What are Sadarupa's feelings for Suvik? And next action. I've added that for you. Thank you, Suvik. What else do we have, please? Wow. Okay, this is good. So I've realized that these, situationships or physical connections are shallow. I leave feeling, empty or like it was a waste of time. So what I realized is I needed to leverage that masculine energy to make a change and also delve into that feminine, that divine feminine energy that enables me to be more emotionally mature. So they're finding that balance between the feminine and the masculine, because we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, right? I done told you. Yeah, they're figuring out how a relationship with somebody that they genuinely care about is so much more rewarding than just the physical intimacy or like surface level of a situationship. All right, let's dive into those personal questions. We're going to go with the Dragon's Tarot for Lydia. Thank you, Pharaoh. So for Lydia, what are Kay's feelings and thoughts towards Lydia after their talk? What are Kay's thoughts and feelings towards Lydia after their talk? Seven of Swords in the reverse and Temperance in the reverse. Feeling a little bit uncomfortable or vulnerable, maybe even like there's a bit of instability because I said the truth or because you told me your truth. And the Page of Wands in the reverse. There's something here that Kay wasn't expecting. So it makes Kay feel like there's a lack of control. What was it that Kay was surprised by? Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. It feels like after the talk, Kay is looking at this as, I need to make a decision. Like, I'm not going to be here forever waiting for you to figure out whether or not you want to be with me. Maybe that's what you said, or maybe that's how he took the conversation. But it seems like a little bit like, sorry to be so crude about it, but like, ish or get off the pot. Like, let's figure this out. Like, how much time do you really need to make a decision? So the Page of Swords is that conversation. And it does look like it was just a little bit surprising. Because what you were telling me is that you are ready for something serious. The Hierophant. Hey, Steve, you want to walk it back a little bit? You want to be a little bit nicer? I don't know who you're talking to. I'm doing a personal reading right now, and I don't know, that's like kind of bordering on rude right there. Let's just chill a little bit, eh? Anything else from Kay regarding Lydia, please? Ten of Pentacles. It's like I feel there's a pressure to make this decision because now we have another 10. We had... Didn't we have one over here too? No. We had the Ten of Swords. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So there does seem to be a bit of like pressure. And with the Sun in the reverse, it's like I don't feel like I know what I want yet. Very indecisive. Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Chalices. I feel like there is a deep love that is maybe a little bit scary here. And so Kay is trying to like almost, what is the term, like exposure therapy? Like I need to feel more comfortable with the emotions that I feel. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, this is called the Dragon's Tarot. A new edition, and I really do like them. All right, anything else for Lydia, please? We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity, but I also don't want to play games with your heart. There is some insecurity and fear at the like core of the issue or the delay, right? I feel like okay, hold on, let me see. Is Kay getting signs from the universe to like hurry up and make a decision? Yes, I knew it. The universe is kind of punishing Kay right now. Like, yo, how much more information you need? You like the person. Maybe you love this person. So what else are you gonna do? Run away scared? Let's do this. I do feel like the universe is trying to advocate for you. So I hope that helps, Lydia, and I'm rooting for you. I think there's definitely been some progress made with regards to emotional maturity and being more communicative, but there's still a little bit of fear, right? Yeah, I agree, Sandy. I totally see that. All right. This is the Witch's Tarot. Let's see what we've got for Sandy. What does Sandy need to know, please? What does Sandy need to know? We've got the Six of Swords and the Prince of Cups, which would be the Knight of Cups. So this feels to me like progress. Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So there's someone here who, is this an apology? I feel like there's been an argument and somebody feels like they need to do right by this. So you might be getting an apology, or you might be getting somebody reaching out to you explaining, hey, you know, I've had a change of heart. I realized that maybe I wasn't really being honest, or maybe I saw things from the wrong perspective. I feel like there is a friend, coworker, or maybe this is even a partner who sees things differently, and it enables them to understand your perspective. So it's something they feel like they need to speak to you about because it may have resulted in a little bit of tension or even an argument in the past. And this is someone who wants to make sure that you're aware that they don't want things to end, or they don't want you to feel unimportant, right? Hey, Steve, I'm gonna ask you again. Very brief timeout, but at least specify who you're communicating to. If this is you having an emotional release, talking about somebody that has wronged you, then specify that. But I don't really like how you're just throwing it out there, and it almost feels like it's kind of like baiting people into an argument. So let's just work on the phrasing, okay? It's important how you do that. So for Sandy, we've got the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who appreciates the connection, the friendship, or, you know, maybe it's deeper than that, that you two have shared, but they feel like they did not show you the respect that they should have, or they feel like they took a situation the wrong way. So there is this desire to make a change and show, not just with words, but actually show that there's been a change. And with the Four of Wands, I do feel like the goal here is to make sure that you can elevate beyond this argument, or even elevate the connection, right? So I think you've taught someone in a very elegant way how to consider the other side or a different perspective without being forceful about it. They just needed a little bit of time, and now there's been a change. So I do feel like it's an apology, or at least like a, hey, I feel like I should have asked for your perspective, or thought about it a little bit more before I flew off the cuff, right? So does this mean there'll be changed behavior? Yes. Wow, and the answer is with the Four of Swords. That's positive. I do feel like the best apology is changed behavior, and I think this person is going to be operating with that. So I like that for you. I like that a lot. All right. So good work, Sandy. You inspired someone. All right, Steve. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hey, Niles. If you would like me to pull cards for you, you can put your question in a super chat, okay? I think I have explained that to you a few times. Let's pay attention, shall we? Hello, Unicorn Jungle. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Happy 4th of July to you as well. Oh, you're so welcome, Sandy. Yeah, well, I mean, I did. Look, Steve, if you want to come back another day, maybe we can try this a little bit differently. I wish you a good rest of your day. But we just, you know, we have a little bit of expectation here in terms of trying to make sure that we're clear in our communications in the live chat, okay? The internet can be a bit prickly. We want to make sure that this is a happy place here. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing today? This is personal questions, and we have Bird up next. Bird would like to know if she likes me back. Does she like Bird back? Magician in the reverse, 8 of Cups in the reverse, 7 of Swords. I'm getting no, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. What is the 7 of Swords? Bird, I feel like right now you have an image in your mind of who this person is that is built on a facade or a mask. So it's almost like, no, this person doesn't return the affections, but the universe is waiting for you to realize that actually you deserve better than this person. That this is someone that you might consider to be authentic, but they aren't. This is the Meta Muse. I mean, I love that she can balance on a wine bottle and hold on to 5 epic swords, but I feel like there is a side to this person that you have not seen, or they are hiding something important. What is it that they're hiding, please? I feel like they're still involved with an ex. I feel like this is someone who is obsessed with, or like, you know, is still bumping uglies. Still interested in or connecting to an ex. And I feel like you might be a little bit surprised that you get over this person or lose interest in them. So is there someone else in Bird's near future? Yes. Oh, I love this. This is why I grabbed the Meta Muse for you. So this is one of the few decks that I have that has more than the normal 78 like tarot deck cards. We have the Tree of Life. So the current person that you're interested in is not who you think they are, but you are about to encounter somebody who is with that Tree of Life. They know themselves. They're authentic. They are emotionally mature. They are capable of strong communication. And I feel like they would return your affections. So the universe is going to try to do like a little bit of a shell game with you. Like, oh, I know, you think this person's great, don't you? Oh, they're so great. Yeah, but what about this one? This one's actually able to be in a relationship and be like not toxic about it. What do you think about them? And I feel like you're going to be interested in that new person. So keep an open mind. The current person, their loss. But also, rejection is protection, and I think you're going to, at some point, look back on that connection and think, I'm actually pretty glad that didn't work out because it meant that I was single for someone else who is actually like quite serious about me. So that's great. I love that for you. Hello, Robert. How are you doing? Oh, happy Sunday, Unicorn Jungle. Still Saturday here. Yes, I wish you luck, Bird. It'll go well. I can feel it. All right. Let's see what we've got for Suvik. This is the Shadowcasters. Wait. Shadowscapes. It didn't sound right. Shadowscapes Tarot. Ooh, let me add that for you, Lydia. Thank you. What final decision is Kay trying to make next few months? Is he moving toward choosing this relationship or a new path or a different path? What is he most likely to do? I've added that. Thank you, Lydia. Hello, Joanna. How are you doing? What are Satarupa's feelings for Suvik, please? What are Satarupa's feelings for Suvik? 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles. 4 of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. Wow, I really like that we have 2 aces here. There's only 4 of them in the 78 card deck. And I feel like this is somebody who's feeling more comfortable with their emotions and acting on those emotions. So this is somebody who has maybe had some issues with regards to family or differences in religious beliefs, lifestyle. But the truth is, this is like, I want to be with you. I feel like we are supposed to be together. So I can't imagine life without you, even though it might be difficult, or even though I may disappoint, you know, my family because they want me to choose something else. So be it. This feels like confidence and a need to be honest, even if it makes my family kind of judge me or feel like they, you know, can't really support me. That's how it is. We have the World and the 2 of Cups. So deep emotional feelings and a willingness to go to the ends of the earth with you. Next action, strength, conversation, courageous communication. I think this is an admission or confession of feelings. It may be to you or to family, but it's basically saying, I know what I want and I want to be with Suvik. I like that. That feels like a little bit of a breakthrough. All right, let's see what we've got for Lydia. We're going to go with the Cats Rule the Earth. Hello, HRH. How are we doing today? Hello, Jason. How are you today? For Lydia, what final decision is Kay trying to make over the next few months? Is it this relationship or choosing a different path? As of right now, it feels like the most likely is feeling like Kay doesn't really have what it takes for a relationship. Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like doubtful or insecure, feeling like emotional about it. But then we have Temperance. Is this saying that Kay feels like there needs to be some progress made healing-wise before he could pursue a relationship? Yes. So there seems to be something that makes Kay feel like I can't really approach a relationship the way that I feel like I need to. I feel like I would disappoint you in some way. So is this basically saying Kay feels like I need some time and then I could pursue the relationship? No. This is like, I don't want to make any promises. I feel like I need to work on myself first. So it could be that Kay is very focused on trying to get financially more stable, because it's like, I don't feel like I can offer what I feel like I should be able to offer, right? Hello, Static. How are you doing today? Thank you, Unicorn Jungle. Is my apartment going to be ready for move-in soon? Thank you. I've added that for you. Hello, Madhu. If you would like me to, or Navya, if you would like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your question in a super chat like Unicorn Jungle just did, and I will add you to the list. What is Kay most likely to do? I need to figure out myself. I need to work on my healing. So does that mean without Lydia? No, not necessarily. This is saying give Kay some space. Give Kay the opportunity to work on the things emotionally or maybe even therapy-wise that need to be worked on so that it seems more manageable or doable to be emotionally vulnerable with you down the line. But if there is pressure or like a sense of being rushed, then Kay is more likely to feel like there's no way to make it work. Patience and space will allow time for self-reflection and then perhaps a change in that opinion. But right now, it's like I really need to focus on me, or I really need to make sure that I'm working on myself first. All right, let's see what we've got for Unicorn Jungle. And Lydia, I'm rooting for you. No, you're good, Unicorn Jungle. You're fine. Hello, Bob. How are you doing? Or Bo? Is it Bo? Is Unicorn Jungle's apartment going to be ready for move-in soon? Yes. I do feel like there were some unexpected delays or obstacles, but we have somebody who is determined to get things done. Maybe even someone who's working longer hours to make sure the clean out or the organization or the keys or whatever are handled. So I don't feel like you have a long wait. The to-do list is almost done, and then you'll have this King of Pentacles energy, somebody who's setting up the new spot. I do feel like they were dealing with somebody who, it's like somebody had to call into work or somebody threw a bit of a fit. It could even be the person who moved out was very difficult. That's what I'm picking up on. Like a previous tenant or the person who is responsible for like getting things ready for this apartment, like the landlord or whatever, made it difficult. But somebody here is very determined and has a strong work ethic, so it's gonna work out. All right, y'all. It is hot in here. I want to be able to blow up my candles, so I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribe.